Hello and welcome back once again to my channel Biology with Dr. Pankaj Shah. Now in the previous video we discussed about the plant tissues and we discussed that it is of two types, MP, and I have discussed all the details of the meristematic tissues and the types and how to remember the types of meristematic tissues in the very easy way. You can find my earlier videos there. Now after meristematic tissue, the next type of tissue is permanent tissue. Now, as the name itself suggests that this is the permanent tissue, this will not divide further. It is important for the structural, organizational and other functional properties of the plants. Now, permanent tissues is of two types. Now, how to remember that? Just remember this word SC. S and C. S means simple and the C means complex. Simple and complex permanent tissues. Now, simple permanent tissue is a type of tissue which is made up of simple type of cells, or more clearly, which is made up of only one type of cells. For example, simple means the tissue will be made up of only one type of cells. As you know that the tissue is a group of cells which are similar in structure and function. So suppose if I make a cell here, the tissue here, and all of them are similar and all of them are only made from a simple or similar type of cells, that is called as simple tissues. Whereas in a complex tissue, the tissue is made up of more than one type of cells. For example, if I make like this, these are one type, and then if I make this structure, this is a second structure, and then if I make so you can see that there are different types of tissues which are present here. So that is called as a complex tissue. Simple tissue, simple permanent tissue is of three types. Simple permanent tissue, three types. How to remember them? PCS. So for simple, remember this word PCS. Now this is an easy way by which you can remember all the types of tissues. In biology, there are many types of like informations and different type of names which you have to remember. So what we do, we try to make it easy, simple, related, which are related, and it will be easy in a way to understand and then to remember also. So simple, three types: PCS. P means parenchyma. This P means parenchyma. This C means collenchyma, and this S means sclerenchyma. These are the three types of the simple permanent tissues. Now let us differentiate these tissues. Parenchyma, most abundant plant tissue is parenchyma. Now this one is living. Parenchyma cells are living cells. Collenchyma cells are also living cells. But sclerenchyma cells, they are dead. They are not living, they are dead on maturity. Now, parenchyma cells, they have cell wall. They have cell wall. All plant cells will have cell wall, obviously. This cell wall is thin. So you can say thin primary cell wall. Thin primary cell wall, which is made up of cellulose. Made up of cellulose. Living and dead. So thin primary cell wall made up of cellulose, and they have intercellular spaces also. Now let me make one parenchyma cell. Now if the parenchyma cells, they are having, now you know that they are permanent cells, So we have discussed in the earlier videos the difference between the meristematic cell and the permanent cell. Meristematic cells will have a large nucleus in the center. They don't have a vacuole, central vacuole, but all other plant cells like permanent cells, they have a living cells, they have a central vacuole. So let me make a central vacuole here. 80 to 90% is central vacuole. So this is a vacuole. Nucleus is present here. Now if they are having abundance of chloroplast, like in the green leaves, chloroplast, so their purpose is to do photosynthesis, and that time, since they have lots of chloroplast and they will be doing photosynthesis, lots of chloroplast, so they will be called as chlorenchyma. So that time they will be called as chlorenchyma. Otherwise they are parenchyma, but if they are having lots of chloroplast, they are called as chlorenchyma. If they are in the aquatic plants where the intercellular spaces are filled by the air to give it weightlessness, or you can say lightweight or buoyancy, so that they can float on the water for the survival or for a type of adaptation for the aquatic life, that time it is called as aerenchyma. So if they have air spaces in between, like this is the intercellular space, this one intercellular space, and filled with air, that time it is called as aerenchyma. It is for water plants like water lily, nymphea, nuphur. So this is called as in the water plants, aquatic life, water plant like Nuphur advena or nymphea. Okay, these are the parenchyma cells. Now they are found everywhere mostly. Their main function is to store like the material for the plants, which is in the vacuole. So vacuole is for storage purpose, and they are very soft. So the fruits part and all those parts which are juicy and all those things which are soft, which can be easily broken, it is made up of parenchyma. Now collenchyma. Collenchyma is a type of same type of tissue, but here what happens, the cell wall is thicker cell wall, thicker primary cell wall, no secondary cell wall, thicker primary cell wall, thicker primary cell wall. The cell wall is thick than the parenchyma. It has cellulose, which is the primary component, but apart from cellulose, it is also having hemicellulose plus pectin. These are the composition here, hemicellulose and pectin. These are the important thing here for the collenchyma. They are somewhat bigger here, somewhat elongated. So now if I make a collenchyma, you can see here they are having thicker cell wall. You can see the difference between the both are having primary cell wall, but you can see that I have made here more deposition. So this is basically the collenchyma. Now what is the main function of this collenchyma? Primary, as you know, the parenchyma is filling the ground tissue and all those things, but the collenchyma, the main function is flexible support. It gives support, but at the same time it is flexible also. So the main function is to provide flexible support to the plant body. Now if you see a plant and if you see the leaf, let us say if we make a stem here, and if I make a leaf, this part of the leaf base or the leaf petiole, this base, this is made up of collenchyma. Now why collenchyma? Because it is giving it strength, but at the same time it is also flexible in nature, like plastic. So it gives strength, but it also gives flexible support. When the air is there, when the leaves are moving or they are swaying, the leaves are very easily they will be moved with the direction of the wind, but they will not be detached. So it is also having support, but with the flexibility. The leaf base or the leaf petiole is made up of collenchyma. This is the main function, flexible support. The third one is sclerenchyma. Now sclerenchyma is the third type of permanent tissue, simple tissue, permanent simple tissue. Now what happens to sclerenchyma? This is basically meant for structural support, okay, and it is dead. So what happens here? Main component of the cell wall is secondary cell wall. It has primary cell wall, but primary cell wall is replaced by the deposition of the secondary cell wall. So it has now secondary cell wall, and this secondary cell wall is made up of lignin, which is very important and very tough plant chemical, lignin. So here lignin, presence of lignin and presence of secondary cell wall. So I'll write here secondary cell wall, and this is what? Lignin, very important plant chemical. And it is dead. There is no cytoplasm, there is nothing in between. It is just having empty space, lacunae. You can say it has nothing inside, it's a hollow place, and this is the lignin or secondary cell wall. Now this sclerenchyma is of two types. The sclerenchyma is of two types, sclerids and fibers. So sclerenchyma, again it is of two types. One is sclerid, the other is fiber. Sclerids and fiber. Now the difference between the sclerids and fiber: sclerid is round in the structure, like you can see here, is round shaped, whereas fiber is long elongated thing. So if I make a sclerid here, so sclerid will be like this, and secondary cell wall deposition. We'll have a separate video on the plant cell wall formation, about the details of the primary, secondary cell wall, middle lamella, and all these things. We'll have detailed discussion on that also, a detailed lecture on that. Okay, so this is now what happens. They have like this. Okay, so they have like this. They have deposition of cell wall, lignin. This is too much lignin here. The more amount of lignin gives more strength. So it depends how much amount of lignin is deposited. The more lignin, the more robust or the more tough the sclerids are. They are also called as stone cells. The pears, when we eat the pears, that crunchy feeling which comes in the pears is because of the sclerids. The next one is fiber. Now the fiber here, fibers are like this. So these are the fibers which are having again in between cavity, and this is the secondary cell wall, and this is how they are made, fibers. So this is how the permanent cells and their types we have seen. These are the fibers. We have seen parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, and this is the simple tissues. These are simple tissues. Fibers, fibers are very important. Fibers are giving structural strength. These are the structural strength. They are found in the xylem, with xylem cells called as xylem fiber. They are also found with phloem, with like in the vascular tissues. With phloem, it is called as the phloem fiber. So fibers are important, and this is the completion of the simple permanent tissues. I hope that this is clear, and thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay safe.